home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
Employees at the Port Authority of Guam say fear of retaliation keeps them silent as lawmakers put forth a bill to strengthen whistleblower protections. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with the details next.
The U.S. House recently passed its version of the National Defense Authorization Act. I'm Matsuki Hirayama with what's in it for Guam.
And we'll take you to Tuman, where the island's anime, cosplay, and gaming communities gathered for the largest meetup yet at Recon 2025.
And with that, we wish you and your family Hafaday and good evening, Guam. I'm Jason Salas. This is KUAM News Primetime, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, down at the Port Authority of Guam in our top story, employees describe a climate of fear where speaking up against department heads could cost them their career. Lawmakers are saying it's a gap in the government of Guam's grievance filing process that must be closed as they considered a measure to do just that.
Former Port Authority of Guam employee Vivian Leone didn't mince words about the reality workers face at the agency.
I know that there are several employees who wish to file grievances but feel that their voices will be suppressed or they'll be retaliated against for doing so.
Is there a climate of fear at the Port Authority?
I believe there is.
Leone, who was terminated this past July, believes her termination came after she filed 3 post-audit complaints against the general manager to the Civil Service Commission. Her comments came as she delivered written testimony of current port employee Glenn Nelson in support of Bill 148 by Speaker Frank Blas Jr. The measure would expand Guam's False Claims and Whistleblower Act, requiring agency heads to recuse themselves when they are the subject of grievances and to hand oversight to an independent body. It also bans retaliation with hefty fines and penalties for violators.
The real danger isn't employees speaking up. It's a system that punishes them for doing so.
Nelson's testimony detailed his experience with the flawed system.
Earlier this year, the appointed head of my agency disparaged me during an open confirmation public hearing for the renomination of Conchita Taitano and the new nominee, Mr. Mark Mendiola, to the Port Board of Directors. In response, I filed a formal grievance with the Port's HR division, which was not a decision I made lightly, but one driven by a deep need to correct the wrong that has been done to me and to hold the person responsible for the comments accountable.
However, the grievance process had been compromised from the beginning, with the agency head Nelson filed against, the port general manager, overseeing and administering the process themselves.
To make matters worse, all the individuals involved in the process were subordinate to the agency head, creating layers of conflict of interest and undue influence.
In reaching out to the port's board of directors for assistance, he was issued a note of adverse action. Nelson decided to take his efforts for justice a step further, filing an appeal with the CSC. While his case remains pending until its November hearing, he says urgent reform of this process is needed now.
Many employees felt trapped in a system that protects power, not people. We are not just workers. We are the backbone of our government, carrying institutional knowledge, professionalism, and commitment through ever-changing political winds.
Leone adds that Nelson's story reflects a broader culture and a system with no roadmap for when the boss is accused.
There's really no process that tells the HR staff how to handle grievances filed against the department head.
Speaker Blas says that's exactly what his bill is designed to fix.
This bill would not have been necessary had there been processes and procedures that currently exist.
If passed, Bill 148 would give all GovGuam agencies 90 days to update their grievance policies. For employees who say they've been left powerless for too long, it could mean the chance to speak up without fear. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Nevaeh, thank you very much. In other news tonight, billions of dollars in military and civilian projects alike for Guam are included in this year's defense bill as the U.S. House passed its version last week with significant provisions Congressman James Moylan says will directly benefit our island. Our next report is with Matsuki Hirayama.
More than $3 billion in direct investments for Guam are included in the recently passed House version of the FY26 National Defense Authorization Act, according to Guam Congressman James Moylan. The delegate says, quote, this year's NDAA includes significant provisions for Guam, addressing housing, workforce equity, energy resilience, and defense readiness. These measures reflect ongoing efforts to ensure our island's needs are recognized and resourced at the federal level. For housing, the bill provides $1.06 billion for military construction and $1.17 billion for family housing. That includes 250 new housing units worth $105 million. Another $795 million for military construction will be spread over several years. The 360-degree missile defense system is also addressed. The NDAA sets aside $11 million for procurement and $128 million for research and development. Plus, workforce measures expand the living quarters allowance to all Department of Defense civilians on Guam, including local hires. The bill also authorizes retention bonuses up to half of base pay for certain civilian jobs and directs a reassessment of Guam's per diem rates, which have long been considered lower than neighboring territories. The measure also funds environmental and cultural priorities that include support for the Guam Cultural Repository and a program to control the invasive greater banded hornet. The DoD is also authorized to work with the Guam Power Authority on joint energy projects. Several studies and reports are also required under the legislation. Those include finalizing the environmental impact statement for Guam's enhanced integrated air and missile defense system, a look at whether military housing could shift to a public-private partnership model, and an annual report from Joint Region Marianas on military readiness and projects that affect the public. The bill also calls for more transparency on nuclear energy, a public summary of independent missile defense assessments, and a study on expanding ship repair capabilities for local maritime companies. Meantime, the measure now moves to the Senate for consideration. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Matsuki also adds that as military projects are expected to ramp up, she'll have more on the impacts on Guam's housing crisis tomorrow night. Well, a single car crash in Baragata sent a pair of people to the hospital just before dawn. As before 2:50 on Sunday, officers responded to Route 16 near Happy Mart. Police say an eastbound vehicle jumped the curb, rode onto the sidewalk and grass area, then hit a metal pedestal. The car continued across Route 8, struck a raised median, crossed into northbound lanes, struck another curb, mounted the sidewalk, and slammed into the store's wall before stopping. Now, an adult female driver was taken to GMH and is currently stable, with an adult male passenger transported to GRMC. He was unconscious and unresponsive and, as of news time, is in critical condition. The case remains open and has been forwarded to GPD officials, with investigators working to determine what may have led to the crash near the busy Route 8 and Route 16 intersection in central Guam. In other island news headlines, convicted mass murderer Eligio Adriatico is back before the court as judges reconsider whether his life without parole sentences should stand. Adriatico, who along with an accomplice killed 9 people in 1983 and later murdered a pair of inmates at DOC, was in his early 20s at the time of the crimes. The Supreme Court ruled last year that mandatory life terms for youthful offenders may violate the island's constitutional protections under, quote, evolving standards of decency. Now, Judge Vern Perez has set a November 21st status hearing as both defense and prosecution race to line up brain science experts, cultural historians, and institutional records. The case could determine whether Adriatico's sentences are reduced more than 4 decades after one of the island's deadliest crime sprees. Elsewhere, a man who pleaded guilty to possession with intent to distribute meth has been sentenced to just over 3 years in federal prison. 49-year-old Ralph Recon appeared before Chief Judge Francis Tadenko Gatewood last Thursday and was ordered to serve 33 months with credit for 189 days already served. The BOP will determine if he's entitled to additional credit, while he'll also face 3 years of supervised release after his prison term, and as a holder of a green card, he may be deported. The sentencing centered on a dispute over how much of Recon's time in local custody should count toward his federal sentence. The defense argued credit should start in April 2024, while prosecutors counted it should begin in June. The chief judge ruled that federal custody began on June 7th, as Recon, who has 2 prior arrests from 2019 and the following year tied to meth possession, told the court he's sorry for his actions and wants to begin drug treatment. He requested to serve his sentence in the state of Hawaii near his brother, with the judge approving the request and urging him to take advantage of the drug treatment and educational programs behind bars. Well, in more positive news, while Senior Citizens Appreciation Day wrapped up last month, the appreciation for our beloved manumko continued in Tuman at Kmart. Now, the company is celebrating 3 decades of business on Guam, and today, a portion of the store transformed into a bingo hall for our seniors. Kmart Guam store manager Joyce Bonzo and HR manager Kina Duenas told us about the very special event.
In order to engage the community as part of our 30th birthday celebration, we have our senior discount day that we run once a month. So today, for the birthday celebration, we decided to invite the senior centers in to play bingo with us. So Kina was instrumental in coordinating with all of the senior centers. We have free gifts and giveaways, and they come in and play bingo with us for an hour.
Several village senior centers participated in today's event, and while all participants got free goodie bags, winners walked away with household necessities.
We have positive feedback so far. They're asking when's our next one.
Oh. Yeah. We love our seniors, and we hope to do more events like this in the future and bring them back in. They seem to have a really good time. A lot of them really enjoyed it.
There is no doubt in anybody's mind the real prize is the time spent together. Absolutely. Please stay tuned, everybody. The live stream continues right after this. You are watching KUAM.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. Count on me, count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Afternoon and welcome back to Prime Time. Charlie Kirk's widow has spoken out publicly now for the first time since a conservative activist was shot and killed earlier last week. Erica Kirk defined and referring to her husband as a martyr as she vows to continue his nationwide college tour. And there's been a growing focus on the things people have said, largely online, about Charlie's death. People in multiple fields have now been removed from their jobs after sharing their comments.
And our world is filled with evil. But our God, you guys, our God is so good.
Speaking publicly for the first time since the assassination of her husband, Erica Kirk stood last night by the very desk where the Turning Point USA founder would record a show, referring to him as a martyr.
The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
With crowds gathered outside, Kirk promised to press on with the nationwide college tour, along with the Charlie Kirk radio program and podcast.
The movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it.
Sharing her grief, she posted these images by her late husband's casket. Amid the mourning, authorities in Utah deepening their investigation into Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old they believe fired the single fatal shot at Utah Valley University, killing Kirk. NBC News obtaining 911 calls through a public records request, capturing the chaos that followed.
The Kirk speaker, you just got shot in the head.
And what happened?
He's a speaker, famous guy, Speaker Kirk.
Where
he just got shot in the middle
you?
of his speech. I'm in the parking lot. Everybody's running.
Authorities believe this video shows Robinson escaping, jumping off a roof before running to a nearby wooded area. 2 law enforcement officials briefed on the investigation, saying Robinson's own father then assisted in the suspect being turned in.
We know the family was vital to making that happen.
An NBC News search of state and federal records found no indication of a prior criminal record for Robinson, whose political party was listed as none declared on his voter registration.
I woke up for work and saw his picture and immediately recognized him.
Jada Funk, still stunned. Her former classmate of 10 years is now being held for murder, describing him as a quiet, intelligent student.
I don't know what could have transpired to kind of turn him away from everything that he was working towards and doing well at, but yeah, I think it's just unfortunate all around.
In the wake of the murder of Charlie Kirk, celebrated in death for his embrace of freedom of speech in life, tensions over speech are flaring. Utah Governor Spencer Cox on Friday calling for calm.
Charlie posted to social media, when things are moving very fast and people are losing their minds, it's important to stay grounded. Turn off your phone, read scripture, spend time with friends, and remember, internet fury is not real life.
But in the wake of Kirk's death, online fury indeed, and swift reaction to it, 2 faculty members at East Tennessee State University, among several in academia facing backlash, placed on administrative leave following complaints about their online comments. In Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis' education commissioner issued a warning to teachers making disgusting comments about the shooting. Writing in a memo, I will be conducting an investigation of every educator who engages in this vile, sanctionable behavior. Govern yourselves accordingly. The fallout also appearing in corporate America, Delta Airlines announcing it suspended several employees over their social media posts.
I'm sorry, we don't put that here.
Office Depot firing a Michigan employee who called a poster for a Kirk vigil propaganda and refused to print it. The company apologizing, saying in a statement, the behavior displayed by our associate is completely unacceptable and insensitive. The response also in the federal government, a Secret Service agent put on administrative leave with an investigation underway following comments described as inappropriate. Tonight, a line being drawn over discourse.
You should be allowed to say outrageous things. You should be allowed to say contrarian things.
In the wake of the assassination of a man who defended it. Steve Patterson, NBC News.
Now, the president had nothing new to say about the murder of Charlie Kirk, but he did speak up about the war in Ukraine, saying the U.S. will okay additional sanctions on Russia only when our NATO allies stop buying Russian oil.
In a blunt letter addressed to NATO countries, President Trump says he is ready to impose sanctions on Moscow if the alliance first stops buying Russian oil. The president posting on social media saying, as you know, NATO's commitment to win has been far less than 100%, and the purchase of Russian oil by some has been shocking. The president also called on NATO nations to impose secondary tariffs of 50 to 100% on Chinese goods to put pressure on Russia's top oil consumer. On Friday, Trump previewed what additional sanctions on Russia could look like.
Well, it'll be hitting very hard with sanctions to banks and having to do with oil and tariffs also.
Since 2023, NATO member Turkey has been the 3rd largest importer of Russian oil. Alliance members Hungary and Slovakia also buy Russian oil. The president has grown increasingly frustrated with Russian President Vladimir Putin as his diplomatic efforts to end the war have stalled.
Yeah, it's sort of running out fast. but it does take two to tango.
Trump's NATO ultimatum takes place as he also focuses on his crime crackdown here at home, with a plan to deploy the National Guard to more cities, starting with Memphis, Tennessee. Residents have mixed reactions about the operation.
I'm for any help coming to Memphis to put aside the crime that's going on.
I know it's a lot of crime here, but as far as the Guard, we don't need them.
On Saturday, the Washington Post reported about the existence of a Pentagon proposal detailing plans for the deployment of 1,000 National Guard troops to Louisiana for a crime-fighting mission. A Pentagon official told CBS News that leaked documents should not be interpreted as policy. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Let's go to the Windy City in Chicago now, where we're learning more about a deadly confrontation involving an ICE officer and an immigrant during a traffic stop. It comes as other cities prepare for federal troops.
The family of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, who DHS says was the undocumented immigrant killed by an ICE officer near Chicago, calling the 38-year-old a devoted father, cherished friend, and kind soul. His girlfriend, Blanca Mora, telling NBC Chicago he had no criminal history, which an NBC News review of publicly available records confirms. The sound of Friday's gunshots caught on a nearby surveillance camera. The Department of Homeland Security and ICE saying the officer fired as he feared for his life after Villegas Gonzalez from Mexico fled a traffic stop, dragging the unnamed ICE officer a significant distance, adding the officer followed his training using appropriate force. ICE saying he sustained severe back injuries, lacerations to the hand, and substantial tears to the knee. The agency adding officers are facing a 1,000% increase in assaults amid enforcement operations. Tensions escalating in Chicago as President Trump weighs sending National Guard troops to more Democrat-led cities, namely New Orleans and Memphis, where the city's latest stats show violent crime is down this year.
This is just a ploy. It is propaganda. It is a fear-mongering tactic.
I think if the National Guard is sent here to do real, actual work in terms of helping clean up the streets, helping reduce crime, I think there's a potential benefit.
Back here in Chicago, tensions around increased ICE raids soaring ahead of Mexican Independence Day celebrations set for tomorrow.
Elsewhere in the country, a student from Portland's Lego design inspired by the Italian coast hits store shelves for people to purchase.
20-year-old Alex Solly.
So this is part of my Lego collection.
Has a love for Legos.
I have all kinds of things. I mean, I've been collecting for a number of years.
From small.
This is probably my favorite right here, the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
To big.
This is the Titanic.
He's built them all.
This is the Saturn V rocket that took people to the moon in 1969.
His first set was his mom's.
You know, that was always a special set for me, and that's what got me hooked.
And as the years went by, he moved on from building sets.
This is my log cabin.
To designing his own.
So this was my original idea, and then all of the expanded stuff I added.
Using a Lego program online, he says he's built 40 or 50 of them, submitting 6 of them for review.
This is my original model that I submitted.
In 2022, he created a Lego village, modeled after homes in the Italian Riviera.
So my inspiration for this was a trip I was about to take, and I was all excited, and I was doing a bunch of research.
He submitted his idea to Lego.
It's always been a dream.
And after receiving the necessary 10,000 votes from other creators,
I thought this was a cool idea, but I was worried they wouldn't approve it.
Lego designers not only approved it, they helped him perfect it.
There we go. So this is the Italian Riviera. It is almost 3,300 pieces.
3,251 to be exact. In August, after 3 years of work, it was officially for sale. He says it was a surreal experience putting it together for the first time.
A little bit, yeah.
Some ideas they added.
There's the crab. That's a fun one, too.
Others, his own little surprises.
So there's a mini figure right here of me with my camera, because I'm always taking pictures.
The Grant High School grad is now a junior at Cal Poly and studying computer science, who can proudly say his design made it to store shelves.
It's really fun to make it your own and pick out all the stories from it and kind of figure out what it means to you.
Please stay with us, everybody. Primetime continues after this.
Get ready, Guam. Kmart's turning the big 3-0, and this anniversary celebration is bigger than ever. Free prizes, big raffles, hot deals, oh, the party's everywhere at Kmart. From pantry staples to daily essentials, save big with new low prices. And with surprises popping up throughout the store, there's always something to make you say, oh! Kmart Guam, celebrating 30 years with savings, surprises, and fun for everyone. Oh, it's on, Guam.
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd.
I didn't mean
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Half a day, my friends, and welcome back to Primetime. You're watching KUAM. We've got a milestone worth celebrating to tell you about as Threads Guam, a local female-owned brand, is turning 9 this year. As nearly a decade strong, the brand has proven that clothing is much more than fabric. It's a way to weave self-expression, foster inclusion, and create a safe space where people feel empowered to be the very best version of themselves. Our Destiny Cruz Langus has more from Threads Guam downtown.
Happy day, everybody. Everybody watching from home. We are here at Threads Guam in Hagatnya, and no, we're not here for our usual Threads Guam Thursday segment. We are here because we are celebrating a huge milestone for the brand. We're joined by Kirsten and Anna, General Manager and Store Manager here at Threads Guam. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime, anytime. Like I mentioned, Threads Guam, it's 9th birthday, guys. This is a huge milestone, and for me, I've been happy to be a small part of this journey. We work together closely. For those who might see our segments on social media, on TV, these are the girls behind helping us do all of that work, so thank you guys so much.
Yes,
thank you. Anytime. So I just want to kind of dig into this huge milestone and talk about the history behind the business. So either of you can answer, can you tell us a little bit more about how Threads started? We know Karina is the founder and owner.
Yes. Okay, so Threads Guam actually began on September 17, 2016. We started in a small Tuman location, and from there, I think the community and support from all of our TG babes has only helped us grow to 4 store locations. Which is our Guam stores, Hagatnya, Dedido, and our online website, and I believe our newest Saipan location too, in the CNMI.
Yes, definitely. And you know, I just have to mention, my mom was actually like an early customer, and I remember the Tuman location.
Yes.
So I remember going into that store, and every time my mom would just walk out feeling so confident. And I think that really speaks to the brand's identity and the brand's mission. So I just want to dig into that too. I know that you know, there is a mission. It's not just clothes. So can you guys kind of tell us a little bit more about that too?
Yes. So of course, like you just mentioned, our Threads Guam family knows it's not just about what we sell, which is apparel or footwear. It's about building that connection, feeling confident and seen, and also being a part of the Threads Guam family.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love it too. Every time we come in for our pickups or anytime we're browsing the store, we're really met with that hospitality and that, you know, just that comfort. And I know that sometimes looking for clothes, especially for big events, could be stressful, but having you guys here to guide a lot of the customers is really helpful. And Anna, when I come in, you're so great with customers, so are you, Kirsten?
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit more about how it feels to just be a part of that, you know, journey for customers and really making them feel comfortable?
Yeah, of course. I think here at Threads Guam, it's definitely about building relationships with every client that does walk in. It's never only just about the pieces itself, but really just the connections that we do have with every TG babe, whether they're a frequent customer with us or if they're a person that has just recently discovered us. I think that's very important that we all keep that close connection within our business here and with every person that walks in.
Yeah. And I really want to talk about Karina too, because we want to give her flowers. how does it feel to be working with a woman entrepreneur, someone who built a business from the ground up and who's truly thriving? We're talking about 2 stores here in Guam, our online store, and in Saipan. So how does it feel to be under her wing and really learn from her?
I would say it's very empowering, honestly.
Yes.
She's truly an inspiration. She's such a good woman, and the way every TG stylist is here at Threads Guam is truthfully really because of her. And I would say we hold that image for her, whether she's, you know, behind the scenes, getting product for the stores, or even when she does simply come out. It's really great to work with her.
Yeah, definitely. And for you guys too, if you can speak to your personal experience, I mean, how do you feel when you put on those threads? Like, I love saying that.
Yeah.
Like, when you put on the pieces, what do you feel?
Definitely confident, I would say.
Yes.
I would say working here at Threads Guam and just being a part of this dream team, it has definitely built and grown my knowledge in fashion, I would say, and definitely built my confidence for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you want to add to that?
My personal experience, I think dressing up as a casual girly, coming into fashion here at Threads Guam, I think it has really built me into what I wear today, feeling confident, seeing out there in our Threads Guam clothing, knowing that Karina has designed some of these exclusive TG products. I think it just makes us really proud to be able to wear this type of product and show the community what we put our heart into day to day.
Yeah, definitely. And as we embark on this 9-year celebration, I know that there's some big things happening. So can you tell us a little bit more about store promotions and what we're offering to customers to, you know, get them in on this celebration too?
Well, in celebration of Threads Guam turning 9, we actually will be holding weekly campaigns that will be shared across all of our platforms. The special dates marked on your calendars is definitely our anniversary, which is September 17th. We have super exciting news, and we have something big in stores that will be shared across all of our store locations. And whether you're shopping with us in stores or online, you will definitely be a part of that TG celebration.
Yes,
Awesome.
for sure.
That is so exciting. Well, I think those are, for the most part, all the questions that I have for you ladies, but I guess if there's a message that you want to send out to people who have encountered Threads, whether that be through your social platforms or they've browsed the store, anything that you want to share with them for supporting Threads for all these years?
Yes. I would just like to say to those that have supported us since 2016 or those just discovering us today, we want to give you a huge thank you, as I think we wouldn't have been here without all of you TG babes. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Viva Threads. Thank you, Kirk and
Viva.
Anna, for having us. And guys, what are you doing? Threads Guam. We have 2 locations here and it's online. So check it out. We'll see you guys on our next TGT.
Yes. Bye.
All right, fantastic work, Destiny. Thanks so much for that. All right, from Hagåtña, let's go about 8 miles up the road to Mangilao, as over the weekend, the hot weather was the perfect backdrop for the village's Doni Festival. Jonah Goncharfer was there and has this report.
It is our hottest event. It's the hottest village in Guam. Come out, come out.
Mother Nature played nice over the weekend, blessing us with great weather, which played a huge role in the success of the annual Mangilao Doni Festival. Taking part in organizing this year's festivities were the Mangilao Mayor's Office, Clarissa Borja, and community volunteer Janae Uggan. They spoke about how they wanted to spice it up this year. And with the Karumpika, Pika Dessert, and the Nancy contest, they both said,
Spice up the competition. Yeah, the return of the hottest Doni eating competition. The last time we did that, I believe, was 2017. So we're bringing that back this year.
And securing bragging rights this year was the biggest Doni pepper went to Joe Campus. Best Pika Dessert went to Hugwaiza Mini Pancakes. Best Karumpika went to Milton Jr. Duenas. And Best Doni de Nancy went to Vanessa Regis Agate in the House. And hottest Doni eating competition went to Juan Menom.
It's always been a very welcoming village. So there was a lot of new faces that a lot of the different vendors have never seen. They're like, I've never seen these faces before. So that's just a testament of how much the festival is growing and just the type of good vibes and atmosphere we have here at the festival.
Hot, hot.
Place we have Vincent Herrera.
The event capped off with incredible fireworks. See you guys next year. Jonigan Charfus, KUAM News.
And make sure to stay with KUAM because following primetime, a brand new episode of the Veterans with Benefits podcast featuring Wayne Tyron and Karina Balesta. In this new episode, they have Carol Hinkle-Sanchez and Edna Regis-Tapaznia joining them. What happens when legal advocates, healthcare providers, and social service leaders come together to tackle the civil legal needs of Guam's most vulnerable? Ahead of the Civil Legal Needs and Program Priority Conference, they talk about bridging gaps, building partnerships, and why this conversation matters for seniors and those most in need.
My name is Carol Hinkle-Sanchez, and I'm the managing attorney for the Civil Law Center, which is the civil division of the Public Defender Service. So yes, we did have a veteran on the panel, and I thought it was important because we wanted to really express to everyone that regardless of what they do or their living situation, everyone's going to need legal services. I mean, it's going to be needed in all walks of life. One of our main programs, so our office is the Civil Law Center, part of the Public Defender Service Corporation. We are government funded, but we also do receive federal funding for certain programs that we provide. And those programs, of course, are always going to be limited based on the federal funds. So with our local monies, we're able to provide civil legal needs to our indigents on the entire island of Guam.
Where can they find you?
We are in Sinahanya, where we are right in front of Palas, the 2-story brown building, the old Social Security building. We're on the first floor, right in between the 2 daycares, right before the mobile gas station. We're limited in resources no matter how you look at it.
Yes.
My office is not a big office. It's an office of 9. I'm lucky to have Basil. He's my part-timer.
Okay.
But it's not a big office. Guam Legal is not a big office. Micronesian Legal is not a big office. We have about the same amount of attorneys, three and a half, each of us. And they're very specific.
Right.
That's why going to Guam Legal's forum is going to be important. It's going to help them to identify the areas that they can improve on what programs they need to offer for the island that's critical, right? Micronesian Legal has their set of services, and I'll send you the different listings so you can also post it and give it to your consumers as well. But that's what we want to do. We want to expand and grow and be able to really tailor. So this thing's going to try to tailor what we provide by what is being asked by the community.
Are you? So you guys at you guys. So you're not. So Guam Legal Service is are they a nonprofit?
Yes, they are.
Okay, and Micronesian Legal is
they're a nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
Yes.
Now, is your office a nonprofit?
We're a government. No, we're not. We're a government agency under public defenders. We're We're the civil branch of the public defenders.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I just wanted to make that. I didn't know if there was a small piece that fell into that. And so like HMI, we're a nonprofit organization, right? And since our start of our symposium, right, we started bringing these services out. So we're looking at how are these services going to help our veterans.
That's Veterans with Benefits coming up right after the news. There's more KUAM News Primetime when we return.
GU Self-Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Klein's hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual pin-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self-Storage, voted Pica's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce. It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
Hello and half a day, everybody. That's right. Don Donkey is where it's at today. I am here in Tuman at the mall on the parking lot was packed. And you know what? I mean, because everybody's here shopping, eating, having fun. But this is also Recon 2025. And the line is very indicative of how popular this gathering of anime and cosplay and pop culture and gaming and cartoons and everything. Hello! All right, hey, and you know what's cool? Everything happening here is in the basement here at Donkey, and this is gonna be a treat for both of us because I've never actually been to the basement level. So we're all gonna experience this together. Recording video, holding a microphone, and walking downstairs, not an easy thing to do. If you're gonna try this, be careful, you content creators. All right, here we are. Yep, I could have taken the elevator, but okay, we got a lot of people in costume, all right? So the cosplay culture is alive and well on Guam. Okay, I count 2 Pikachu. Yep, I'm seeing a lot of Pokemon here. Oh, we got some, looks like Renaissance Fair. People, this is awesome. Okay, you know, I was talking to Matsuki and she was betting that there's gonna be a lot of K-pop Demon Hunter. So let's see. Okay, so, all right, people working hard. We have collectibles, cards, CDs. Sweet, we got gamers. Hey, what's up, guys? Nice costume, bro. All right, very. How long did it take you to put that together?
Gotta say, like, outside of gaps between putting it together, I'd say 5 hours total.
Very nice, dude. Great job, man. All right, hey, have a good time at Recon, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm lucky I came here when I did because we want to tell you guys to come down too. The anime and cosplay game is strong, guys, I'm telling you. Hey, great costume, man. Very nice. Hello. All right, so I'm an old school nerd, right? So I'm looking for like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. I'm sure it's, there we go. Okay, and you know when you play D&D or advanced D&D, it's all about the dice. And she just asked me, am I a streamer? Kinda. Oh, I like, that is a cool mask. Okay. Yeah, that could be anime. That could also be like Your Next. That could be like one of several horror movies. Oh, Dead by Daylight? Yeah. Okay, very nice. Very cool. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got old school Transformers modes. Oh, that's the old school Megatron. Not the new stuff, guys. Not the Michael Bay. That's OG. Okay, hey, you guys. Bahamut, all right? That is the king of the dragons. That's a metallic dragon. That's a good side. Where's Tiamat? If Tiamat's here, she is the queen of evil dragons. That's a 5-headed one. Your character?
Bakugo, a cheerleader.
Nice.
Oh, I'm just myself.
Okay, oh, very cool. Hey, be who you are, man. That's nice. All right. Have a good time at Recon. Okay. I gotta tell you guys, you know, collectibles and pop culture, so much bigger than when I was a kid. And that's a great thing. Okay, if you guys know Joe Nuggan Charfers from our station, she's the queen of Funko Pops. I gotta pick a couple of these up for her. Oh, they got the Super Saiyan ones, okay. All right, Joan will do. Can do, will do. Okay, that's next level, man. Outstanding. Head to toe. Very cool. Okay, again. Hey, I know a lot of people who make these figurines. They paint them by hand too. All right, this is about artistry, you know? This is about craftsmanship. Man, this is cool. And you know the vibe here, you guys? Okay, here's the gamer station now. Looks like we got a LAN party going on. Yep, a lot of people just bought their gaming terminals. Yep, we got tournaments. Okay, the vibe here, you guys, super, super positive. You guys look great.
Thank you.
Very nice. Okay, so Don Don Donkey in the basement. First time for me, but certainly not the last, because Recon is just absolutely incredible. Now here's a look at your world at home, and let's go for a ride on an e-scooter through Tuman. We'll see you down there at the Tuman Night Market.
Manet non ha todu paguna diha Baragata celebra celebración Suzetta unra todu siami man mata.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together. Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Now, one of the many things that makes our island truly amazing is the diversity we share with respect to culture. The dozens of countries and territories that each of us as Guamanians meet every single day walking our streets makes island living truly unique. And over the weekend, the art and culture of Japan, a culture that's ancient, traditional, and beautiful, was on full display up north. Clothing, toys, handmade goods, instruments, items for the home, and much more were on display at the Micronesia Mall, exhibiting the classic Japanese design ethos of simplicity, beauty, and heritage.
This is an occasion for we will introduce to the Guam people about our culture, and this is very important, I think, that since that we have a long history, even though that around from the beginning of the last century, we have some contact with Guam people and Japanese people.
The styles of previous generations took place side by side with more contemporary creators, highlighting tastes that continue to evolve while honoring the ways of their ancestors.
And then the long history, there have many efforts made so that we have a very strong relationship.
A distinct appreciation for materials, techniques handed down, and for the finished product was abundant.
This is the Japanese traditional one, made from this paper cord. We made this, and also like that.
Very beautiful.
Right.
The Arts and Crafts Fair was also a chance for entrepreneurs to showcase their wares and for friends to socialize on a great Sunday together, sharing culture and enjoying company.
This is one of the occasions to introduce our culture, but at the same time we to know each other very well. So I really hope that this one occasion will be for the development further our relationship.
And the local consul general to Japan was proud of the show, of the pride, and of the fellowship.
I'm really very happy to show that the people about our very beautiful culture.
Coming up, we have sports from Clutch, and later on, your birthday shoutouts.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here. Okay, my friends, we are back, and this is, of course, the segment that we call News Bites, right? We present information to you. If you have any community events, please let us know, because that is what we do here. We let the people know, and all you got to do, if you're sitting out there in TV land watching or on YouTube, make sure that you find out how to get involved and then get involved. It's that simple. All right, and we have some amazing community events and a football game coming up for next week. So here we go. First off, LifeWorks. This is an amazing, amazing annual candlelight memorial service, and this is the 21st time our island community is doing it. Please make sure to check it out, because there is mass that will be held by Father Ryan Jimenez, the most reverend, Archbishop Ryan Jimenez. His Excellency will be holding mass downtown at Cathedral. That's going to be on the 27th, Saturday. The time for the actual candlelight memorial is 8 to 10. And of course, we do this because September is Suicide Awareness Month, and we do this this amazing, wonderful, and very, very meaningful candlelight vigil to honor those that we have lost by suicide. All right, what else is coming up is the coastal cleanup, and we've been telling you about this continually because it's very, very important. And we as Guamanians, it's up to us to make Guam look beautiful. And so we want to invite you and implore you, right? And we've been saying, if you're a student, you need service learning, this is a great way for you and your student organization, your class, your school, your team, your group, your club. Please come out, because the 20th is coming up really fast, guys. Really, really fast, as in this Saturday. So we will see you there. Showtime is 6:30 a.m., as you see there in the fine print, for most sites. All right? So all over Guam, there's a lot of coasts to clean up. There's a lot of parks. There's a lot of beaches. Guam needs us to make her look absolutely beautiful. And I know you guys are going to come through. So thank you very much for registering and for showing up. All right, not just for students, for anybody, any organization. All right, the Zombie Run is something where you can have a lot of fun and you can help provide for children who are in underprivileged situations. That's what the Children's Arc is all about. And this is the 4th time we are having the Zombie Run. It's at Leo Palace, and Leo Palace just had an amazing 2K, 5K, half marathon this past weekend. That helped Make-A-Wish. This, too, goes to help some amazing island kids. So make sure to register there, because there is face painting, there's a haunted house, there's a costume contest. Again, I want you guys to DM us here at KUAM News on Instagram and let us know what you think the most popular holiday costume is going to be. I'm still saying Pikachu, right? You can't lose with Pikachu. And you can't lose by participating in the Zombie Run, because you're going to get exercise, you're going to have fun, you're going to help some amazing kids. Thank you to our friends at the Children's Arc, and you're going to have a blast. And the social media opportunities, they're off the charts, all right? Also, off the charts is the game of the week if you're a big football fan. What do we got? Okay, KC. I believe that Travis Kelce may be wearing a engagement ring, from what I heard, on like a cajillion different URLs. But KC is traveling to the city that never sleeps. They're going to the Big Apple, and they are going to take on the G-Men, the New York Giants. Kind of rebuilding, kind of, not quite. Russell Wilson's up there now doing his big thing in the Empire State, but Kansas City, always dangerous. Their defense is really, really good. What's going to happen with their receiver core? You know, there's maybe some discussions about Tyreek Hill maybe going back to KC, where he won his first Super Bowl ring, his only Super Bowl ring. So make sure to check that out, because that is going to be live on KUM TV8, and you'll be able to watch on Peacock. All right, birthday time, so let's get to that right now. Mr. William Bailey, happy birthday to you, sir, on this 15th of September. Man, September's halfway over already. Hey, it's a great day for a birthday, even if it rains a little bit this afternoon. That's totally okay. So, William, your shout out says, Papa, we love you, and we hope you have an amazing birthday for all birthdays. And we love you, especially Keziah. Really, really nice. Happy birthday number 72 to Marie Mesa, otherwise known to those who love her as It. And on this 72nd birthday, happy birthday blessings to our mama and our nana. We love you always, says your familia. And then the big, big red emoji, the one that's only on like the new iPhones. That's a really, really big red one. And that's super special. Kelly Leon Guerrero wishing you